House catch a young customer on fire.
Plus, America is about to present top secret spy information to the world.
And brace yourself, cold weather.
The Night Beat is next.
You are watching WBIR-TV, Channel 10, Knoxville. The news starts now.
The nation's remembering the Columbia crew, and especially the children they left behind.
You need to know they love you, and that love will always be with you. They were proud of you, and you can be proud of them for the rest of your life.
Good evening, I'm Ted Hall.
And I'm Robin Wilhoy. Those children will never forget today's memorial for their parents.
Michael Williams was there. He joins us live from Houston now with more on the service. Michael.
Good evening. We send them into the unmapped darkness, said President Bush of explorers such as those who were aboard Columbia, and we pray for their return, he added. Tonight, as the search for answers goes on, we remember in a memorial tribute those men and women who fell just short of their return. On a sunlit day, reflections of shared pride and profound loss. President Bush consoled the loved ones of Columbia's 7 astronauts and said the work of their fellow explorers will go on.
This cause of exploration and discovery is not an option we choose. It is a desire written in the human heart.
Columbia's crew came from America and India and Israel, bound together by science, adventure, and the challenge of the high frontier. The wife of Israeli astronaut Ilan Ramon.
This whole crew was just incredible together. They're all angels all together, and that's the way they're going to stay.
I thought it would be appropriate if you joined me in just a moment of silence here.
Investigators like retired Navy Admiral Harold Gaiman, the head of an independent probe, will try to unravel the reasons why the astronauts fell short of home. The search for debris goes on in Texas and as far away as California. So far, more than 12,000 items, big and small, have been recovered. The most prominent theory asks, did external fuel tank debris falling at liftoff catastrophically damage Columbia's vital heat tiles, exposing its aluminum skin to the heat of reentry?
The astronauts who will fly in future orbiter missions need to know that we have done everything we possibly can to come to the bottom of this and fix it.
A search for answers on a day honoring 7 people who embodied the spirit of exploration. 9 years ago, NASA was warned during an engineering analysis that there could be a catastrophic failure of the shuttle if its wings were hit by debris during liftoff, very much like the scenario we are now hearing about. NASA made policy and structural changes to try and adapt to those possible realities, and the next many months will be spent seeing whether or not that bears out as they try to study here at Mission Control exactly what went wrong. Reporting live from the Johnson Space Center in Houston, I'm Michael Williams. Now back to you.
All right, thank you very much.
We know many of you were at work during today's memorial, so we're going to be showing more of that memorial throughout our newscast tonight.
We have new home video to show you from Arizona. Friends got up before dawn to watch the shuttle streak across the sky. Now listen as their excitement turns to confusion.
Look at the chunks coming off of it.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, but I see what you're saying. Ice, maybe?
NASA crews are now expanding their debris search into Arizona and California.
NASA is focusing its investigation on a possible problem with Columbia's heat shielding tiles. A researcher at the lab may have developed something even better at Oak Ridge National Laboratory, graphite foam. If it's wet, it could withstand the extreme temperatures of the Earth's atmosphere and keep the shuttle cool. Some of the graphite foam is being studied in space right now at the International Space Station. Oak Ridge researchers could help figure out what went wrong with Columbia. The High Temperatures Material Lab at ORNL is top-notch. If researchers here receive shuttle debris, they could magnify it several thousand times, hopefully help pinpoint what went wrong.
Despite the disaster, East Tennesseans still support NASA. Our exclusive WBIR Survey USA poll asked people from Knoxville, how important is it for the United States to have a space program? 57% say it is very important. 25% say somewhat important. We also asked if NASA should continue to send people into space. 66% want to keep sending astronauts into space. 21% want NASA to use only unmanned spacecraft.
A Seymour teenager is recovering at home after being burned while eating at a local restaurant.
It happened Saturday night at Wasabi Japanese Steakhouse in West Knoxville. 17-year-old Chad Hatcher was flown to Erlanger Burn Center in Chattanooga with burns to his face, neck, and arms.
This Action 10 on Roads tells us what was supposed to be a fun family dinner turned into a dangerous situation.
This is why people come to restaurants like Wasabi. The joking, the juggling, slicing and dicing, entertainment that's supposed to enhance the overall dining experience. But Saturday night, the sounds of laughter that usually fill this restaurant were replaced by screams of horror.
Someone said, "He is on fire." We were enjoying ourselves, had just finished our salad, and the table next to us literally went up in flames.
Creating flames like this one is a part of the show at Wasabi and other Japanese steakhouses. But customers say Saturday night, one particular trick got out of hand.
The fire went on to the wood part of the table and actually caught a boy's shirt on fire.
A Wasabi manager said nothing like this has ever happened before in the restaurant's 4-month history. She also says the chef involved in the accident had 4 years' experience and that the liquid he used to start the fire was lemon extract. Fire investigators say they want to know more.
What we will do is we will go back out and find out how they were using whatever this product is that they used to set the cooktop on fire and find out why that was, how that got onto a customer instead of just onto the cooking surface.
In the meantime, some customers now question the entertainment value of the culinary circus they once enjoyed.
They should not have it. They should not have the fire. It's not necessary to prepare the meal, and it's dangerous.
On Roads, Action 10 News Night Beat.
Wasabi is still open for business, and they have not received any citations for Saturday night's fires.
Officials say smoke inhalation killed a Monroe County man. Now, we had earlier reports that 71-year-old Hobart Hawkins had been shot, but the Monroe County Sheriff's Department now says Hawkins died in a car accident.
A cold night's on the way, and maybe even some snow later in the week. Todd has the forecast coming up.
But first, here is more from the memorial for the Columbia astronauts.
Their mission was almost complete, and we lost them so close to home. The men and women of the Columbia had journeyed more than 6 million miles and were minutes away from arrival and reunion. The loss was sudden and terrible, and for their families, the grief is heavy.
Here at IAM's Nature Center, frogs are a sign of a healthy pond. But worldwide, the population of frogs and other amphibians are declining. Like canaries in a coal mine, this could be a sign that our environment is in danger. You can help by not putting motor oil, household chemicals, or grease in sewers or storm drains. Cleaner water is good for frogs and the other animals, like humans, that use it.
Living Clean and Green is brought to you by IAMS, KUB, and Channel 10. Straight from the heart of East Tennessee, you are watching Action 10 News Night Beat with Robin Wilhoit, Ted Hall, meteorologist Todd Howell, and Mark Packer with sports.
Well, Todd is keeping an eye on some possible snow that's heading our way.
Yeah, tricky forecast. It looks like we'll start out with some snow developing on Thursday, then could go over to some rain later in the day. But first of all, let's talk about current conditions. We are looking at mostly clear skies, a few clouds traversing southern sections of Tennessee right there. Actually quickly moving in from the south and west, and mostly clear skies from Knoxville north. It still looks like these clouds will pass on by to our east, and we are going to be looking at much colder temperatures tonight and in the morning. A cold and frosty start coming up for your Wednesday morning. Current temperatures already in the upper 20s. London 28, 29 at Crossville, 36 at Knoxville, 33 in the Tri-Cities, 33 in Nashville, It's 36 at Chattanooga, 26 in Jackson, and currently 36 degrees in Memphis. Hope you had a good evening. Let's check on current conditions outside. We are looking at fair skies above. A few of those thin clouds just moving in just to our south. Current temperature here in North Knoxville, 34 degrees. The dew point 20. Humidity 55%. Winds are still a little breezy out of the northwest at 7 miles per hour. And currently the pressure is rising at 30.07. High today at the airport, the daytime high 47. It was still 63 degrees just after midnight last night and very early this morning. Low today 37, and the record high today 72, the record low 0. Sunrise tomorrow for your Wednesday morning 7:33, and the sun will rise at 6:07. Precipitation here at Channel 10 since midnight 62 100ths, and also 62 100ths at McGee Tyson Airport. Some heavy rain, some gusty winds early this morning. All right, let's break down our zone cast for you. No weather problems tomorrow for Wednesday. Sunshine returns, a cold start on the plateau, 18 for the low, 39 for the high. Mostly sunny but cool on the plateau. Colder tonight and in the morning here in the valley, 22 for the low. Again, a cold and frosty start. Mostly sunny and cool for your Wednesday afternoon, 42 for the high. 38 in the mountains tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. And again, a cool day. Cold night in the mountains tonight, 17 for the low. Next weather maker, already gathering moisture, at least the upper levels, sending some moisture out of the Pacific Ocean across Mexico into Texas. There will be moisture with this system. The temperature, thermal structure of this system is going to be a challenge for us forecasters to really try to pinpoint it as we go later on in time. But give you the scenario right now, cooler high pressure building in at the surface and upper level moisture starting to gather into Texas. And things will try to come together over the next couple of days. I want to go ahead and show you our pinpoint forecast, what we're looking at for Thursday. I think light snow will be developing in Chattanooga and Crossville. Temperatures will be cold enough initially for all light snow. And this will spread in during the morning on Thursday. Later in the morning, hopefully after school. We'll keep an eye on that. I think it will, though, later Thursday morning and into the early afternoon. So that's the first half of Thursday, if you will. By Thursday afternoon, it's going to mix with rain here in the valley. And further south, it should be all rain for a while Thursday afternoon. Even to the evening, it should be at least a mixture of rain and snow. Now, toward Middlesboro and north of Morristown toward the Tri-Cities should stay mainly snow and northern plateau. Then as we get Thursday night back into Friday morning, it will change back to some snow showers. So some accumulations appear possible. We'll certainly watch that as we go Thursday and Friday. We're looking at highs tomorrow in the low 40s. Thursday's high is only in the 30s. Now, Friday will be very cold with still some scattered snow showers lingering. 31 for the high, drying out and cool still this weekend.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Thanks, Todd.
Okay. We are coming right back with the latest on Iraq.
First, President Bush remembers something the Israeli astronaut said.
He said, "The quiet that envelops space makes the beauty even more powerful. And I only hope that the quiet can one day spread to my country." Elon was a patriot.
Now, Action 10 News continues.
The biggest day so far in the showdown with Iraq could be tomorrow.
Secretary of State Colin Powell promises to give the United Nations proof that Saddam Hussein is lying about weapons.
Steve Handelsman has a preview.
As he headed to the Columbia Memorial, aides said President Bush is still focused on Iraq. He met last night with King Hamad of Bahrain, an Arab ally in the face-off with Saddam.
His Majesty hopes that we're able to, like me, hopes that we're able to resolve this issue peacefully.
Hoping to head off war, Saddam Hussein himself today denied the basic Bush charge in his first Western interview in years on British TV. Iraq has no weapons of mass destruction whatsoever, he says, and I challenge anyone to prove otherwise. Secretary of State Colin Powell takes that challenge tomorrow. In the UN Security Council, Powell will release U.S. spy data. Compelling proof, Powell will claim, that weapons inspectors are being tricked, even today, as they went to 9 different sites in Iraq and reported finding one more empty chemical warhead. Powell's evidence is electronic intercepts by the super-secret National Security Agency, NSA. Powell will say it's Saddam's top people on the tapes, talking about hiding weapons of mass destruction, even bragging about fooling inspectors. And Powell will release aerial surveillance that he'll say shows Iraqi mobile labs, weapons factories on wheels that inspectors have not seen.
Chief UN Weapons Inspector Hans Blix says he welcomes Colin Powell's presentation tomorrow, but Blix says it's too soon to give up on inspections. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Washington.
It's time now for a look at tomorrow's headlines tonight.
Let's go to John North at the Knoxville News Sentinel. Hey, John.
Evening, guys. Evening, everyone. President Bush has made his pick for the TVA top watchdog. Richard Moore is an assistant prosecutor in Alabama. Moore faces U.S. Senate confirmation. The city of Knoxville has agreed to drop action against a nightclub near the Knoxville Strip. The pub had been accused of serving alcohol to a minor who then struck a police officer with a car. And a refugee cougar at the Knoxville Zoo will soon have a new home. The big cat is expected to be moved to a wildlife sanctuary. Authorities seized it from an individual who was keeping it illegally. That's just a little bit of what we'll have tomorrow in the paper. Back to you guys.
Good. John, we appreciate it. Thanks.
Two of NASCAR's top drivers are swapping seats. We will have more in sports.
First, one of the more reverent moments from today's Columbia Memorial.
Eternal God, what are we that you have regard for us? What are we that you are mindful of us? We are like a breath, our days are as a passing shadow. We come and go like grass, which in the morning shoots up renewed, and in the evening fades and withers.
Your Dodge dealers revving up for Daytona with Dodge Power Days, where you can grab 0% APR financing on select models, or cash allowances of up to $4,000 on the mighty lineup of Dodge trucks. Save on the V8-powered Durango. Save on the V8-powered Dakota. Even get a cash allowance on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, Ram Heavy Duty. Plus, get Dodge's 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. If you want to add some serious muscle, get it in gear. Power Days ends February 28th.
Tell you what, today during Live at 5, you got the Live at 5 crew kind of worked up when you started talking about all these great women's basketball names who are now playing again, and they're playing in town.
And they had a packed house tonight. I mean, it was standing room only over at Maryville College. It had the feel of a Lady Vol game against UConn. Two former Lady Vols and the Tennessee Fury playing against four former Lady Huskies and the Springfield Spirit. The first exhibition game for the new NWBL Women's League, and there was some good basketball tonight. Look at a little scoop shot right there. Becky Hammond had over 20 points. That's Sue Bird. Look at the crowd. Not bad tonight. Rebecca Lobo, remember her for UConn? She hits the jumper outside. How about the UT connection? Inside, Shalon Pillow. Samika Randall with the pass. She had 10 points, 6 assists. We go back and forth. On paper, it looked like the Connecticut team might win this game. They don't play games on paper. Tennessee wins this one 96-93. From NASCAR, changes have been aplenty over the offseason. Josh Rowe fills us in now on two of the biggest as he continues our preview of next week's season opener at Daytona.
After 4 years on the circuit and only one Winston Cup win, Elliott Sadler has a brand new home at Robert Yates Racing.
We feel like that this is kind of a new era for us.
I do feel like that this is a chance for me to shine. This is a break that I've dreamed of, and I'm going to take DJ's advice. This is where I want to retire at. This is a great place to work.
Former Yates employee Ricky Rudd probably would not agree. His break from the Yates family after last season was full of off-track drama. Now Rudd will spend this season with Wood Brothers, swapping seats with Sadler.
They got one thing that a race car driver likes to have in common is they have fast race cars, and I think hopefully we have a chance to prove that this year.
Rudd's move to Wood Brothers Racing makes his second new owner in the past 4 years, but for Ricky Rudd, a change of scenery is exactly what he needed.
Right now we all have the same objectives, and that's to go out there and try to make the biggest splash we can and try to get the best results we can, not only for ourselves, but, you know, for the sponsors and for the fans that have supported us.
Getting things going could be tough for Rudd. The 21 car hasn't been to victory lane since early 2001, and he won't have a teammate. But Rudd does bring one new thing to Wood Brothers, 26 years of experience.
Starting fresh sometimes is it's not a bad way to go. It's probably going to help the Yates operation. I know for sure it's going to help me, and kind of anxious to get that underway, and let's go get this season going.
In Charlotte, Josh Rowe, Action 10 Sports.
Closer to home, the UT baseball leadoff banquet was tonight at the Marriott. Vols will open up the season, weather permitting, Friday afternoon at home against Morehead State. ESPN analyst Harold Reynolds was the guest speaker at tonight's banquet. Men's college hoops tonight, #1 Florida at Kentucky. Buzz Peterson told me today, I'm taking Kentucky in this one. Buzz knew what he was talking about. Kentucky runs away and hides with this one. It was worse than the final score indicates. Kentucky wins it by 15, 70-55. And a busy, busy, busy day tomorrow. National Signing Day. Live report from Brent Hubbs of VolQuest.com from the arena. Carson Newman, local signings. Busy day tomorrow.
And you know Tennessee needs some good news.
They need some good news. They need to finish fast.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike.
We're coming right back.
Dodge dealers.
And let's check in with Todd one last time.
Cold start for your Wednesday morning. 22 in the morning, 35 at noontime, and 42 in the afternoon. Now look for mostly sunny skies with increasing clouds later on. Once again, it looks like a snow to rain to back to snow scenario, and we'll keep you posted on that. That would start later Thursday morning, change to rain late Thursday afternoon, and by Friday, end up a snow shower. Some accumulations possible. We'll keep you updated.
Thank you, Todd.
Thanks, Todd.
We leave you tonight with one last look at the memorial service for the Columbia crew.
They made it so far into space, but couldn't make it home.
Their mission was almost complete, and we lost them so close to home. The men and women of the Columbia had journeyed more than 6 million miles and were minutes away from arrival and reunion.